It's the Carter Man, and you may be wondering, rightly so, what is the Carter Man doing sitting out in his backyard wearing a pink hat and pink glasses? They're actually my wife's pink hat and pink glasses, but wearing them does not make me my wife, okay? Not by a long shot, okay? It doesn't, matter of fact, make me even a female, all right? I'm a male. I have the certain chromosomes, whatever they are. Let me grab my real glasses here so I can see, because I got a lot of audio visuals for you. I got the chromosome that says I'm a man. That's not going to change. That is, as little Fauci would say, that's the science. Well, that is the science, for real, in this case. So I think you know why I'm bringing this up, right? Because of, here we go, little audio visual for you. This. That now is the spokesperson for Bud Light, Budweiser beer. That's a man. Well, no, wait a minute. Let me get this right now. I can't say a man, because then it would say, that's not my pronoun. I can't say woman, because then it would say, that's not my pronoun. So in honor of Budweiser, which used to be the king of beers, I'll call it the Thing. But she is the Thing of beers now. Budweiser is the Thing of beers, represented by that thing. That is my pronoun for her, for it. Sorry. So I want you to think about this for a second. This was the Budweiser spokesperson when I was a kid. That's a man. And I feel certain he would have said, yeah, I'm a man, Bud, what's your point? Okay? My point is, this nonsense has to stop. This nonsense has to stop. We have a president now, Toxic Joe Biden, who declares that transgenders are the soul of America. And then he bellows, and I have your back. Unfortunate choice of words when dealing with those people, Joe. But then Joe often has an unfortunate choice of words, doesn't he? And he declares, I'm declaring a national holiday. Now, this will be forever. He's put it in the books, executive order. Transgender Visibility Day. There are a lot of things in life that need visibility. There are a lot of things that don't. I don't think they need visibility. They kind of stick the hell out as it is, all right? And they're free to do whatever they want, dress however they want. I don't think they should be allowed to be around little children in libraries. Why do they insist upon that anyway? It's a question. I don't have any desire to do story time with children in library. Why do these things? Good question to ask yourselves, isn't it? But as long as they want to do what they want, leave the rest of us alone, that's fine. That's fine. But that's not what's happening, is it? It's not what's happening. So what we have to do is stand up and fight back and say, you're free to do what you want with yourself, but don't inflict yourself on the rest of us, because we deserve to be free too. And if we so choose, free of you. Okay? That's America. That's America. We make our own choices. Well, thank God, that's exactly what the Republican politicians have stood up and said, isn't it? Let me think. So, well, how about Mitch McConnell? Mitch McConnell has said, absolutely, this is the Senate Republican leader. Mitch McConnell stood up and said, I'm dissociating myself from Budweiser, because Mitch made it clear he doesn't believe in supporting a movement that believes in castrating little boys and filleting little girls, which is what the transgender movement supports. As a matter of fact, demands, with or without parents' permission, cut off the little boys' testicles, and not just cut off the breast of the little girls, but dig down in them, make sure they can't grow again, fillet them. When I was a kid, I caught fish and filleted them. They're filleting your little girls, castrating little boys. There's something wrong with that. Okay? I don't think you have to be a right-winger to say, I'm not comfortable with that. Matter of fact, I'm damn uncomfortable with it. But that's what the United States president now endorses. So it's the official policy of the United States. Okay, and Mitch McConnell, though, he stood up, didn't he? Said, I'm dissociating myself with Budweiser as long as they're for castrating boys and filleting little girls. Oh, no, that wasn't Bud, that was Travis Twitt. I mean, that wasn't Mitch. That was Travis Twitt. Mitch hasn't said anything. The Republican leader hasn't said a word. The Republican leader of the Senate. But, of course, we have Kevin McCarthy over in the House, and he just, boy, he took a strong stand. He took a six-pack of Bud Light out, and he shot it. Said, I'm not putting up with any movement that wants to castrate little boys and fillet little girls. It's sick. It should not be done. It should not be done. You know, these kids are not in a position to make that kind of decision. And if their parents are making it for them, you say, wait a minute, wait till that kid gets to be 18 to make that kind of a decision. You know, these kids, the little kids are doing this too, they can't decide what color to use when they're in their coloring books, let alone what gender they should be. But Kevin McCarthy, he stood up and he took a six-pack out and he shot it saying, I'm making my statement. Oh no, that wasn't Kevin McCarthy, was it? That was Kid Rock. Well, where are Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy and the rest of the Republicans in the Senate and the House? Where are they? Let me look. Over under there, up there. What? Folks, we have a total leadership vacuum in the Republican Party, and on the other party, we have a leadership that's sick. That's sick. And that's why your CR PAC, Constitutional Right PAC, is absolutely demanding term limits. So none of these people, McCarthy, Mitch has been around 40 years, Kevin over 20. They have no idea in the world what real Americans think and feel anymore. They just get in there and play politics. Play politics as sick as they can be. That's all they care about. And that's why we need term limits. That's why we're demanding. You know, the other day, my last visual here, okay? Here's my drawing of what we're going to do. We're inverting the pyramid. Right now, we the people are at the bottom with the elite at the top. Once we get term limits, we're turning it on its head. We the people will be at the top with the elite down there at the bottom, so we really don't care what people like Mitch and McCarthy do. Okay, because they won't be around wielding power until they wield it into hell, which is what they've done. All right. So there you have the situation that we have a transgender as the spokesperson for the thing of beers, and we have politicians who won't stand up and speak out for the traditional values and the moral virtues that we as Americans hold and that we need restored again. So what we're going to do is get rid of those politicians. Term limits. Have a great column about it at constitutionalrightspac.com, crpac.com. Check it out, all about term limits, why we need them, and how we're going to do it. Check that out, and then together, let's do this thing.